Welcome to my new design review session. Today I am going to review the designs of one of my students named Charjit Nima, and he was very excited and he submitted a lot of designs. I think he is among my 2 or 3 students that submitted the most of the designs. Okay, so today I'm going to show what are the challenges or the things he can improve, and how he can improve his color scheme or typography or the mistakes he has made. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, this is one of the design he submitted, line graph. I think everything looks great. The only thing I feel in most of his designs is the lack of use of typography. Okay, so sometimes your typography or the font selection is a bit odd to me. Okay, so if you want to improve that, I really suggest that you take my typography for UI design course. Okay, the second one. Okay, then moving on to this one. This is very neatly designed, very nice. Only thing I think that can be improved over here is color scheme. Okay, so if you want to improve your color scheme, you first need to select a color scheme from any pre-made color scheme that I have showed in my color scheme lectures. So go grab some color scheme first. Okay, so before using anything like that, make sure you have some color scheme like flat colors. You can search for flat orange and blue colors. Okay, so it seems very odd, like you can see over here orange, blue, and then cyanish blue color, and then we have blue, light blue, and greenish blue. Okay, so don't try to mix too many colors like that. Maybe you need to darken this blue color rather than choosing a new color over here. Okay, so you can go from light to darkest. Okay, color scheme doesn't mean that you need to choose a lot of colors. Maybe you can just create a very nice color scheme with just 2 colors. Okay, so don't choose too many colors like you have done over here in this area over here. Okay, so this is one suggestion. Okay, this is good again, very nicely done. The only thing I find very strange is this typography or font selection. It should be clear, and I don't know why you chose this, but it is good. Okay, now this normal and pressed effect, you really nailed it. It is really nice and it is really perfect. Everything looks great, even the shadow, inner shadow, and the pressed effect over here. Okay, so this is good. Okay, now coming to these header designs. Again, I am going to say that the typography over here or the font selection is a bit strange, or you need to improve it. Take my other course for that. And also you can see over here this button, and the ratio of size between this button and text is too much. Okay, so this text inside these buttons is too big. Try to make it small. Okay, this is one tip. Then also the distance between these 2 areas over here is too much for me, the heading and this paragraph, and also the distance between this paragraph and this button is too much. Try to reduce this. Okay, so also you can align these with each other. You can see over here these buttons are moved up and this Udemy is a bit down. Okay, so try to align them with each other. This is the thing you can improve over here. Okay, now moving on to this. Okay, so very nicely done. You have almost mastered the shadows, inner shadows, and outlines and everything. Stroke. You lack in a bit of color scheming and typography selection and font selection. Again, you can see over here the font selection is a bit odd. Other than that, everything looks great. Okay, one thing is that you can move this closer to this subject over here, main area over here, and also I think you can move this tagline over here like that, so it grabs more attention with we have the main subject or main object of attention over here. Okay, so maybe move this a bit over here like that, and move this line over here. Okay, then we have this design. I think you submitted it like that, and let me fix it. Okay, now Okay, so this is good. The only thing is, again, I'm going to share with you is the text or the fonts you have mixed. Also, these lines look very slim. Try to increase the size, the thickness of these lines. Okay, then also these are not aligned on the left. You can see. Okay, so these are aligned, but I think, yeah, these are aligned. Okay, that's good. The only thing why they don't look visually aligned is that you have used very different fonts, three fonts, I think, or maybe four. So I think I don't recommend that you use that many fonts or try to mix them. Even I can mix most of the time three fonts. Okay, so stick with only one or two fonts. So maybe you can use this one or with this one, or maybe don't use these two. Okay, so these are the few tips over here. Now let's view your app you designed, and I really loved it. You have shown me three screens and it is really nice, really creative, a very nice idea, and I really loved it. There are few improvements I am going to share with you. Okay, now in the login form, it's look great. I think you can remove this gray bar over here, gray background area, this one, and just keep these elements over here. Okay, this can help a lot. Then on this area, everything looks fine. I think the only thing you can improve over here is this circle, this middle circle over here. You can easily change its color to white. Okay, so it will be more contrast. It will have more contrast with this red color. Okay, also I don't like the font you have chosen over here like this. You can see it is difficult to read if you try to read this balance. Okay, so make sure your typography you select for this app, which is basically to expenses and everything, it should be very much readable. Okay, it can be easily read. So this is another problem over here. Okay, now the main problem I see over here is this area. You can see that this looks like a pressed button. Okay, so make sure that your balance, or this is basically the information. Okay, so if information should not look like a pressable button, so it is basically a user experience point of view, but it is very irritating over here. Try to just use black color or red color to show the balance, a bit bigger balance, you can see, and keep the buttons like that. Okay, I love the buttons. Then we have this area. Okay, again we have the only thing that is strange is this text over here, the font styles. Everything else is great. Okay, so this is good that you have put some information over here, that snacks, sync repair, but what about the information over here? Okay, so try to keep the location of this navigation bar constant. It should be, whether it should be accessed from here at the top like you have seen shown in this screen, in this one. So keep it over here. Okay, so don't move it like that. Okay, then we have other thing that is against consistency is this button. Okay, so here we have this to go back and forth, and then we have another new arrow to go back. So keep consistent. Okay, so if you have used this arrow, keep it over here. And also if you can label it over here like back, this is better than that. Okay, this was very nice, really nice. Only you are the student that submitted such a kind of app design idea. Okay, I really loved it. I really love these buttons, add, deduct, and add, deduct. And also this navigation over here, top navigation, that can be pressed over here on this image and can be accessed from here. Okay, let's move on to the ultimate challenge. Now here again, the first thing I see and the problem I see over here is a color scheme. Okay, so if you are going to design something like that, first consider your color scheme. Second is that you can remove this background from this navigation bar. Okay, it is looking very strange Also, you should not use lines under every navigation, maybe just the hover part. Okay, so if someone hover or active navigation should have some bar around it. Okay, so again the color scheme is a bit off, and also the typography selected, you can see these two elements are not aligned over here. If you look at this video, and these are not aligned. Okay, the buttons are consistent, but you can see this is a square button and then you have used a rounded button. So keep consistency in all your designs. Don't use too much of dull colors. You can see in this area you have used a dull gray and a dull blue, so it is really making this whole section very dull. Okay, keep some space around, padding space. Yeah, you can see over here you need to use some space over here. You can see it is really touching the borders, so make sure you use good space around. Okay, then we have this section. Okay, now you can see the color scheme is very odd. This section is very dull, this section is too bright or too have a lot of contrast and a very light blue color. Okay, so make sure that you use color scheme and get some color scheme from any online website. Let me show you. If I go to this adobe.color.com, I guess. Okay, no, it's Adobe. Let me see. Okay, so it's Adobe color wheel. You can go to this website and you can search for different color schemes over here. You go to explore, like you can see over here, orange and blue. Okay, so I search for orange blue and you can see there are a lot of color schemes, like you can see over here this one. Okay, so try to use color schemes that are already built. Like you can see this is a very nice color scheme. Okay, so try to use color schemes like that. And then we have this area. Again, the problem is I think you are not using any kind of grid, because you can see this area is totally outside this area. You can see over here. So this is very strange that you have used full width over here in the footer and not in this our recent project. Okay, so try to use grids. Okay, so try to use 12 grid system. I think you should try to see my grid lectures where I have used the grids and grid system for web design. Okay, you need to lay out your whole design with grids. And also I suggest that you take my typography course, and you can find the coupon codes at the end of this course, UI design. So go take that course and try to improve. Like you can see over here, here we have a pill button, and here we have a rounded button, and here we have a square button. So try to be consistent in your designs. Don't use too many dull colors. Try to grab some color scheme like that over here from this website and use that in your designs. Okay, that is all the improvements I have shown. Now I will see you all in my next session soon. Okay, take care, bye.